Hello and welcome to this episode of R for Data Analysis with the Warrior Analytics. We are at step 3 of learning the basics of R programming according to our learning roadmap. Under the basics, we've so far looked at reserved words in R, how to create variable names in R, data types in R, and also data structures. So today we are going to look at operators in R. So as usual, we shall use one of the script files in our folder, which is called R tutorials. If you open that folder, there are two subfolders. We are using a file from R tutorial files. If you open it, we are going to use file number 6. If you don't have this folder yet, there is a link in the description of this video where you can download it and follow through. If you don't have it, still don't worry, because you can still follow what you are doing by trying it out on your computer. So we are going to open our script, go to File, Open File, and then I'll be able to locate my lesson number 6, that is operators, and then open it. Then we have our script ready here. Operators in R are simply symbols that are used in R. And there are different subcategories, as we shall be looking at one at a time. We have the arithmetic operators used in the day-to-day arithmetics. We have the addition, the subtraction, multiplication, division. You can raise a number to a power, or there is this modulus, which returns a remainder of a division. We can demonstrate what each of these means. We are going to create some two objects. We create an object called A and we assign a value of 10 on it. Then we have B, we assign a value of 3. So we can add A plus B. Let me first create this object A. It is created here. B is also created. So I have A is 10. B is 3, and then I can now add A plus B. I'll get 13 here. A minus B, I'll get 7, because that's 10 minus 3. Then A times B, okay, you get 30, because that is 10 times 3. Then you have here A divided by B, which is 3.3. Then you have A to the power of B. That is 10 power 3. If I run that, then you get 1,000. Then if I have A, then I put this 2% sign, B, okay, you'll get 1. What this one basically does, if I have 10 modulus 3, it's like you get 3 remainder 1. So it returns for you the remainder. So those are the usual arithmetic operators. They may look simple, but knowing that these operators exist in R can save you a lot of mental energy in cramming things. Number 2, we have relational or comparison operators, which compare two values and the answer is either true if that condition is met or is correct, or they return false if the condition you're checking is not met. And these are the usual ones. We also have the less than symbol or sign operator. We have the greater than. This one is less than or equal. That's what it means. This is greater than or equal. Then this one means is not equal. Okay. Then the double equal sign in R means is equal. The difference between a single and a double, for a single equal sign, you are assigning that, okay, let this value be assigned to A. But a double sign, you are trying to say these two are equal. It is more like asking a question, is the left side equal to the right side? So you'll have arrow returning either that's true or false. if one of the sides is not equal to the other. So let us just look at a simple example where we have Tom's age is 10, okay, and Benny's age is 3. So we have created those two objects there. And we are asking ourselves, is Tom's age greater than Benny's age? When you look at Tom's age, 10 is greater than 3. If I press Ctrl Enter, you'll get a true. That condition or that question you're asking is true. Tom's age is greater than Benny's age. How about, is Tom's age less than or equal to 10? Okay, remember Tom's age is 10. So it meets this condition. It is equal to 10. Okay, so Control Enter, that's also true. Then here we are asking, is Tom's age greater than or equal to 5? If I enter, that is true because 10 is greater than 5. Okay. Then here we are asking, or we are making a statement, Tom's age is not equal to Benny's age. Is that true? Yes, that's true, because 10 is not the same as 3. How about if we ask, is Tom's age the same as Benny's age? If I Control Enter, that's a false. So these are all relation operators. Wherever they are returning a true or false response in R. We can also look at logical operators, which are used to combine logical conditions. Okay, for example, we have the AND, which returns true if both conditions are true. In the previous example, we've just looked at only one single condition. But if you're combining two conditions together, is Tom's age greater than Benny's age, and you are adding another condition, then we use logical operators. There are two. We have AND, then we have OR. So AND returns only if both conditions are true, whereas this standing slash returns true if at least one of the conditions is true. Let us look at an example. If we have age is equal to 5 and height is equal to 8, we can just enter this to create those objects. We are trying to make two conditions. We are asking, is age above 2 and is height less than 10? Here, this condition is true. Age is above 2 because it is 5. Then height is less than 10 because it is 8. These two conditions, this is true and this is true. We are combining the two conditions using an AND. So if I Control Enter, you'll find that it is returning this as true. For the second condition, we are looking at, is age less than 2? That is false because age is 5. Or, this operator is for or height is above 10. When you look at height, it is 8. It is not above. So this is false, this is false, so we shall have a false answer. If I Control Enter, we shall have false. We can have another scenario where we are saying age is less than 2, which is false. Height is greater than 5, which is true. This is false, whereas this is true. For as long as one of the conditions is true, this OR returns a true. Control Enter, and I will be able to see a true here. This is very helpful when you're doing data analysis and maybe you're selecting a particular group of participants. You want to select those who are above 18 years and responded yes to a particular question. Or you're selecting participants where the marital status is equal to divorced or marital status is equal to widow. You want to select a participant who has either of those. Next, we look at the assignment operators. We have used these even right from creating variables. We've been using them throughout. We have this leftward arrow, which is a less than sign and a dash, or a dash and a greater sign on your keyboard, or the equal, but we saw that this one's the most recommended. We have already seen this where you want to create a variable age with the value 25, you assign that, but you can also do the same by starting with the 25 and use a rightward arrow, put age the other side, or you can just use the equal sign, age is equal to 25. So those are assignment operators. We've seen how they work. There are other two common operators which we can look at here. We have this full colon, which is the sequence operator, which creates a sequence of numbers. For example, if I'm creating participant IDs, a variable with the values from 1 up to 5, I can just write 1:5. If I press Ctrl Enter, you will see that yes, participants, it is an integer created running from 1 to 5, and these are the values. So if you want to see how the participants look like, just type participants, enter, and it will print out for you. In participants, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Another operator we can look at is the membership operator, the percent in percent, which can be loosely called the find operator. For example, if we have a vector or a variable age group with the following ages, okay, Control Enter. So the question here is, are the values that we have in age group also found in this other data set or vector? So we just write age group in this. If we Control Enter, it will be returning true, false, true, because 18 is here, that is true. 25 is not here, that's false. 40 is here, that is true. To return true, false, true. So today we've looked at operators in R. We've looked at arithmetic operator, a relational operator, a logical operator. We've looked at assignment operators and other common operators. If you found this video helpful, consider liking the video and subscribing to the channel so that you don't miss out any of our episodes. So far we've covered reserved words, variable names, data types, structures, and operators in R. So next we are going to cover functions in R. We look at what are the built-in functions and what are the user-defined functions. How about the input versus output functions in R? See you in the next video.